Hello again, and as you already know, my name is Andre Theodore, and today I'm going to show you how to configure Windows remote desktop configuration. What that is, we will be able to control our Windows server from any room or any computer on our network. Just as if when you were younger, when you had your remote control car, you could stand anywhere and control the car with a remote controller. You don't have to go to the car physically and push it with your hand. So from any room in your office or home, from any computer, whether it be Vista or Windows 7, you will be able to control the server via network connection. You don't have to physically go to the server every single time to update or probably install something or configure it. You can stay from any room and from any computer on the network and connect to the server. So now let's go to Server Manager, and as you can see, the Server Manager is giving you the server summary, and we are on the ironstorm.com domain, and you can see here the remote desktop is disabled. So we want to click on the configure remote desktop link right here, and the properties pops up with the remote tab already clicked for us, and it says here click an option and then specify who can connect if needed. Don't allow connections to this computer. Allow connections from computers running any version of remote desktop. And here we have a more secure option. Allow connections only from computers running desktop with network level authentication, which is more secure. Now, security is a big issue with remote desktop connection, and this is something we can get into a little later on in another video. But for now, just for this tutorial, we'll allow connections from computers. When I click OK, OK is giving us a warning about the firewall. An exception will be added, so we can go through and connect to the server. Let's click OK. Here, and we can even go here and select users to add it to the list who we would like to control the server. So the administrative group is already added. As you can see here, I am the administrator here, and I don't need to add myself, but if you like, you can go in and click on add and add someone from the ironstorm domain. And there's Andre Theodore at ironstorm.com, so we're going to add him. Just for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to add Andre Theodore, who is on the ironstorm.com domain. Whatever user you add, it will be user at whatever your domain name is. I'm going to click OK, and then I'll just click apply and then click OK. So now we are back to our server manager, and you can see the remote desktop connection here is enabled. What you would like to do is close the server manager and open it back so it can just reboot itself to confirm that we have enabled the remote desktop connection. So now I'm going to go to my desktop, close server manager, and I'm going to put something on my server desktop. Let's say a folder. So when we connect, so just for this tutorial, when you connect from the client machine or Windows Vista machine, you will see, we should see this folder. So let's name it Hello Remote User. So let's welcome ourselves. So now I'm going to come off my server here, and I'm going to go to my Windows Vista client. Now I'm going to leave my server like this, and I'm just going to log in from my Vista client, and let's the server open like this, just to show you what happens just for this tutorial. So here I am on my Vista client, and I'm already logged in as the administrator. And now I'm going to go to Start, Accessories, All Programs, Accessories, and look here, I'm going to click on Remote Desktop Connection, and this little snap-in pops up, and I'm going to type in the IP address of my server. Here you put the IP address of your server. You can do an IP config on your server to get the address, and then let's click connect. And here it's going to ask me to authenticate myself, so I am the administrator, and it's going to ask for your password as well. And there you go. As you can see, the folder I created earlier on my directly when I was locally on my server, I created a folder called Hello Remote User. But now I'm in Windows Vista, and as you can see up here, it shows the IP address of my server, and it shows the IP address of my server, and the server is appearing as a window in Windows Vista. And if you minimize this, you can see that I am on my Windows Vista machine, and down here is the remote desktop connection for my Windows server. I'm just going to open this back up, and as you can see, if I move this around, that my remote desktop connection is actually a session inside Windows Vista. This is the amazing thing about controlling your computer remotely. And from here, if I maximize this, I can go to my server manager, and I can do all my configuration from here. I see the server summary, I can go into the server roles, and there's Active Directory, DHCP, DNS, anything I would like to access. All from any client machine, but not just Windows Vista. You can do this, you can do all of this via internet, or as I am doing it currently, on your domain or local network. So now I'm just going to go to the server just to show you that what happens when I logged on to the server from this Windows Vista client as the administrator. Just as I said earlier, the server, we are on the server now, and as you can see, I'm logged off because the remote desktop connection only allows you to be logged on from one place. You can't be logged on two places at once, and that's a very good security feature from Windows Remote Desktop. So I'm going to go back to my Vista client. So now I'm back to my Vista client, and I'm going to close this session, and we are going to log in as the user we added, Andre Theodore, just to demonstrate different users logging on remotely. I'm going to log off as the administrator. As you can see, administrator here. I'll log off. And I am going to enter credentials. First I'm going to switch user, other user, type the name of my domain, and John Theo is the user, type his password. And he's logging in. And I'm going to go for remote desktop connection. And the IP address is already there, 2.1.5. And as you notice, the administrator has to grant the user permission to log into the server. Another security feature of Windows Remote Desktop. And here it is, my desktop session again. I minimize this, and you go to the start button here. You can see my user here, Andre Theodore, and my remote desktop session here is to this Windows 2008 server. And John Theo as well can go to the server manager, and he too can configure the server once it's granted by the administrator. Now I'm just going to close this off, and I'm going to log off of the server remotely. And as you can see here, I'm on my visitor machine still as John Theodore, and this is one of the very cool things about remote desktop. I'm just going to close this off, and I'm going to go back to my server. And as you can see, as we just went through, remote desktop needs a very strong password, because you can do this via internet, and as I said before, through your network. And it's a very nice feature which you can use and play with. But take in mind, in another video we will look up all the security behind this.